Bereng's family says delays in the case have prolonged their agony. The charred body of their son was found in Bester's cell at the Mangaung prison and was initially declared to be that of the convicted rapist and murderer. But DNA tests then later disproved this. Bereng's father, Batho Mpholo, joins us now for more. Good to have you, Sen. Thank you very much for your time. Did you have any expectations going into this pre-trial today? Were you watching it very closely? Are you even able to muster enough energy, I suppose, to follow these proceedings?
Good evening, Mr. Mdluli, and good evening to the viewers. Honestly, yeah, we are putting our energy into this, but it has been dragging for long, and is draining to some of us because one has to travel from here to Bloemfontein, and every time we went, it has been postponement after postponement. But at least today, because it is just being postponed by a week, it looks like something will happen. It looks like the pre-trial will start, because the sooner it starts, the better for us as the family.
Yeah. Where you're sitting, and do you believe that this matter is ready to go to trial? Are you confident in what the state has got to present? The state says they are ready, but are you confident as a family in what they've got to present, that this matter certainly will go to trial and give you the kind of justice that you seek?
As a family, we are not happy at all, especially for the fact that, when they mention our son, they mention our son as if maybe his corpse was picked up somewhere and used. Not forgetting that our son was killed. We are not happy for the fact that the murder charges were dropped. On which conditions, we don't know, because you can't drop the murder charges if you don't tell us. If it's not one of them who killed our son, then who killed our son? So what we are not happy about, and what we feel that the state is failing our family, is the fact that they are only focusing on Thabo Bester's escape, but forgetting that for him to escape, our son was killed. Not only his body was used, but he was killed in order for them to use his body as a decoy.
So you are saying they have not brought you into the confidence as far as that tactic of having dropped the murder charge and pursuing the others at this particular point to the degree of your satisfaction as a family?
Yeah, Mr. Mdluli, we are not happy at all. It shows that, the state doesn't take, the life of a citizen seriously, because there are no further investigations as to find out why did our son die. The only concern is the escape, and we feel left out. It's like going to the court, we are forcing matters. But now, we as the family, we want to know who killed our son. And the state ran away from that. They made as if our son was killed by something else, and then they just took his body and used it. And it is hurting the family, because the mother had to be admitted in hospital, going through depression. And even as I'm talking to you now, she's still not okay, because this thing is really putting us as if maybe we are not South Africans.
You are taking another approach with one political party, that of laying charges against the Department of Health around the protocols that were followed to release the body of your son. How far is that case going?
We first started opening the case, in Bloemfontein. And then later on, we were told that what we want to present is running concurrently with this case. And now we said, okay, now we will not open a case anymore. We will go the legal route, consult lawyers, and, try to bring everybody to the table. But due to the fact that I'm in Gauteng and everything is happening in Bloemfontein, and at some point the mother was not well. We just had to put a hold to that, thinking if somebody will come to the table or maybe call us as the family for us to sit down and discuss, but now nothing is happening. But surely, Mr. Mdluli, we will go with legal suit against the state because we are let down by the state.
You mentioned you feel like your rights are not being prioritized. And it's something that I want us to circle back to. I mean, we heard a lot today, for example, around the rights of the accused. Accused number 3, Sinohe Matswara, as well as accused number 6, Tieho Makota, that they have a right to have legal representation, which was part of the reason why this matter was forced to be postponed today, amongst others, which we'll touch on. But how do you feel about the fact that you as a family are feeling that your rights are not being prioritized, but those of the accused seemingly are at the center of all these delays that we are seeing in this matter?
Yeah, Mr. Mdluli, this is the funny part, about our country. Because in these days, people who are charged, people who have committed crimes, has more rights than the victims. The victims don't have any rights because nobody, even investigation officers, nobody called us, nobody informed us if they are still going on with investigations. So yeah, in this day and age, in this country, only, the perpetrators have the rights over the victims.
Have any sympathy for Thabo Best and the issues that he's raising around? One, he says he is brought in with shackles. He wants the shackles taken off his feet. But 2, it seems he is filing an application now against unfair restrictions, he says, that they are putting on him to consult with his lawyers, and he's got a right to consult. But also, the lawyer today claiming that the conditions in which he's been kept are leading him to have some mental instability.
It is surprising because every time he appears on court, he's complaining about this or that, forgetting that how many people he has hurt in this country, how many people, when they look at him, the wounds start bleeding. So I think from his side, I think it's a bit of arrogance because, there is no remorse to say, I've committed this and that. Everything is about him and it has been about him. But I don't blame him. Like he said, in June, that there is a political power behind what he committed. So he used to a luxury life in Bloemfontein, which he can't get in Pretoria. That is why he's complaining. And I don't know why he's complaining.
Are you worried at all? I mean, we saw in the beginning of this process that the abduction concerns were the delay, basically, became a trial within a trial. We had to take care of that particular matter first. And now that we think we were over that particular matter, it seems that matter is going to be brought back again, where Thabo Bester says he's going to now bring an application with the NPA around what he says his abduction from Tanzania.
Mr. Mdluli, this is now up to the state to be firm in what they are doing. Because I think this thing, we are getting to a point whereby we are tired of hearing the accused complaining about this, complaining about that. Because even whether he was dragged out of where he was, how did he get there in the first place? So the matter of him being abducted from that, I think, is just a delay tactic. Because how did he get there without a passport? And then for him to come and complain about abduction, I think this is just a delay tactic. And I think he knows the weakness of the state. That is why he's doing this. So it's up to the state to stand up and do things right.
Mr. Mpholo, let me thank you very much and for coming on this evening and for your intervention. That's Mr. Batho Mpholo there, father to Katlego Bereng.